The Wendy Williams Show.
I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for... Come on. Okay now. Thank you, I appreciate it. When I woke up this morning, nothing ached. And then, well, you know, after 40, you know. Then I turned on the news and I saw that Puffy is aching. I'm like, come on now. It made me recheck my own self, like, oh, am I sure? He posted a video of himself over the weekend with a bonnet in the hospital surgery room. Look, he's about to go under surgery for a quadriceps tear. Now, that's that thing right from here to here. I don't know how you know how hard you have to fall to tear that? Then he starts listing, while he's talking to us, he's talking about he got, 2 rotator cuff knee replacements. I think the rotator would be right here.
Right here. Your rotator cuff is like right here.
Oh, wait, he got a knee replacement and 2 rotator cuffs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, even when I, fractured my arm, I didn't fall that hard, and I'm 5 years older than him. I'm like, what the hell? I'm so glad I can do this now. Hey. Like, for real. Right? And I didn't even get an operation. All I did was have it in a sling and put some balm on it or something stupid. And I'm clumsy too. And one thing that he was saying while he was laying down, and I appreciate his transparency, is that he's always been clumsy. Me too. He trips a lot, he falls a lot. He fell at the BET Awards into a hole. That's one that he's in our Fall of Shame for that. But I'm like, how do you, look, Puff, just get through the operation and stop jumping around. Just. You know what I mean? People wonder, like, when we go into commercial co-host, you're gonna see me. Yeah, they got security around here. I hold on to them. You know why? Because they're here. They're only a few steps, but I don't wanna fall. I hold on to everything around me that I possibly can every time I move, because I don't wanna break anything so I can't go like this. I wanna be able to, I wanna be able to, sit and be flexible and stuff. But when you break something after 40, you know how that is. Just Puff, man. Whew. Sit down. So Hilary Duff, I love the Duff family. I love Mrs. Duff, I love Hilary, I love her sister, I love them all, right? Hilary blasted a photographer for taking pictures at her 7-year-old son's game. So the photographer's there, it's a man, and she was really nice to him, in the beginning. She confronted him on Instagram, and some people in my Hot Topics morning meeting were saying, well, she was wrong for that because maybe she should have just called the cops. I said, no, by the time the cops get there, like cops have other stuff to worry about than mom fight at a game, with the Duffs. Take a look.
Who are you here with?
I'm here with me.
With you?
Yes.
Do you know any of the people on the team?
No.
Oh, can you stop taking pictures of the kids, please?
It's legal.
It's making me feel really uncomfortable.
Well, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable.
I'm asking you, human to human, as a mother, if you don't know anyone here, can you please stop taking pictures of our children playing football?
I'm taking pictures. I'm practicing photography. And I'm
Can
not
you
here
practice it on another?
I'm not here to scare you or anything like that.
But you are?
Your paranoia is unwarranted. That's what I'm telling you.
Then I will just post this to my 15 million followers on Instagram and let people know how creepy it is that this is what you're choosing to do on your Saturday morning.
And creepy to who?
Creepy to me. Sir, if you're practicing photography, why wouldn't you go into a park and take pictures of birds and butterflies? Why are you taking pictures at a game that was probably the game of a very high-end school? She's a Duff, you know what I'm saying? And then Hilary's there. He probably didn't even recognize Hilary. Does he look like he recognized Hilary Duff? At all. But this is where cash is king. I don't know about you. I always like to have a little cash on me, just in case I have to pay somebody off real quick. You give him... Okay, I don't always. Oops. 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 I mean, I don't always have cash on me. But... Suzanne, I'm not trying to invite the killer.
No, of course
You know what I mean?
No, you don't need to invite that killer.
But all I'm saying is that, if she peeled off a nice $1,000 and told him, beat it, go on about your business, I bet you he would have. Mm-hmm. And she was very kind to him. She could have suggested there's birds on the other side or ducks in the pond. There's swans are swimming.
Welcome to Allstate.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Okay, so I spoke to Tamar. Well, here's what happened, right? Sarah, really? You are captivated, glasses in the middle. Yes, you. Your mouth was wide open. Okay, here's the update. Tamar calls me or texts me. She says, bitch. I told you 2 weeks ago I changed my number. I gave you the number and here's the number again. And so, I mean, you're busy. You don't have time to just keep track of Tamar's timeline. But here's the thing that I was telling her. I was like, Tamar, when I called you, the calls actually went through, but you didn't answer. When I text you, the text actually went through. So what's up with the old phone? And she says, I sent it up to the cloud. Well, now all of a sudden she's way over my head. I don't know what the hell is she talking about. She sent everything old up to the cloud. The old phone doesn't work. The new telephone number is how we got in contact. She said she's still with David. Excuse me, you can clap and be happy for her. The hell? I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about me. I just got a glimpse of something. Anywho. She didn't like the way her old social media looks, and that's why she got rid of everything. She didn't like David being there so much. She wants to have a private life that's private, and so on and so forth. She and Logan are still thick as mom and son. David is still in the picture. And she was coming off the set, as she's talking, because I'm hearing ding dings from the car. You know, you get in the car, ding, 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 and all that stuff, but she's still on the phone. She never drops it. Like, she's on that phone. So she says, I'm just coming off the set. Finally, a little bit, and we only talk for like 20 minutes, but she and I talk a lot, and we talk real quick and get right to the point. And then it's always, I love you, sis, and then peace out. But look, so she was on the set of a new hair show she's doing. Yeah, she says Braxton Family Values, as far as she knows, is still going on. They've been, yeah, It's not a canceled show, but right now she's working on her own solo project. It's a hair show with, I forget the man's name. He's a world-renowned hair person. I hear his name often from my makeup artist, Morel. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Anyway, they're doing one of those ambush hair shows where your hair gets burnt to a crisp by the hair salon. And Tamar's in the back looking through a double-sided mirror. And the hairdresser's trying to make good. And the client's like, no, but you did it wrong. And then Tamar comes out from the back like, ta-da! Look, you were dead wrong for this. But it all ends up happily ever after. Like, the hair salon person ends up apologizing for his or her ways. The client gets brand new hair that's not burnt off. And Tamar goes on to make more money. So speaking of the weekend, I had an interesting weekend. It was all innocent to me. But apparently it caused waves every place else. All I'm doing is being Wendy. So I met this young man that I really like. Not in that way. I was setting you up for dramatic effect. He's this rapper from Philly. His name is Black Poppy, right? Exactly, okay? He's 27. Now, I went to a studio session because he's working on his album, and he was working on it in New York. And I didn't know Black Poppy, but I was going along for a ride on Friday night. So here's part of our encounter in the studio. Take a look.
You really got a lot of people through a tough time. We used to watch your show.
Are you serious?
A lot of people now. Every morning we used to watch your show.
Shout out on lockdown.
Yeah, shout out on lockdown.
Yes,
Yep,
I always say that. A
Every
captivated audience.
I remember you was on, what was that?
Power 99.
Power 99, yep. In Philly,
Yeah.
Yep. See that yesterday, yep. Power 99, I remember that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Used to listen
How
to
old
you
are
on the
you?
radio. 27.
See, Will, that's all I'm saying. I still can twerk for the 27.
And so Black Poppy, 27, he's from Philly. He got his mom on the FaceTime. His mom and I are the same age. She and I were talking like, you know, two homegirls. Suzanne, I told her, I gave her all, I gave her all the, I said, grab all your homegirls or whoever you're gonna bring and come, you know, come in here.
Perfect.
And I told Poppy, I said, look, your weight is not quite up yet for the Wendy show, but one day, you know how we broke Bieber. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't know what Black Poppy's gonna become. He might be a French Montana tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
Okay? And I was only at the studio for like 35 minutes. I was with my friend, who's also my jeweler, Will. But and however, here's the big, excuse me. Will is my friend. He happens to be a jeweler. I'm one of his probably low-paying clients. I'm not buying jewelry all the time, you know what I'm saying? But he fixes stuff, shines stuff. He's made a couple of pieces for me. I like Will a whole lot. Will is involved with his family. He's got a whole nother life. No, we did not plan to dress alike, although that does like, I know, I admit it. I looked. A lot of you all said you look like a couple. No, we're not a couple. I got on a beige negligee and threw on there. It was cold out. And then we get in the studio and I put it on my gram. Yeah, we're huddled like this in the studio because it's freezing in there. It's like 5 degrees. It's colder in there than it is in here. You know,
right.
The studio is only about the size of my chair. You know, Poppy's in the other room rapping. You know, I'm sitting there huddled, belly full from meatballs and all kind of other stuff we ate earlier. And next thing you know, there's accusations being thrown. Now, I told you I like to hold on to people. I am no puffy. I'm not breaking my rotator cuff. Okay? Okay? Will is my friend. We are not a couple, and I do not have a boyfriend. That's it. If I did, I wouldn't have been out with Will. Over the weekend, we learned about the model, the chef, the lifestyle icon. Every day, it just seems like somebody is passing. But I cannot let this go unrecognized. Barbara Smith passed away over the weekend. B. Smith, you know her as B. Smith. You know, she was battling early onset Alzheimer's about 6 years ago. And she survived it, but she passed away over the weekend. She was only 70 years old. And, you know, personal story is that I knew her. Nope. Back in the radio days, reckless mouth, hungry belly. I'd go into B. Smith's. I know she had a place in Long Island, I think one in Washington. I don't know anything about that life. I know about the original B. Smith's right here in Manhattan. And I'd go in there and get the good firm shrimp, you know, good fried hard chicken wings with the good sauce. Uh-huh. She never had Frank's, you know, the Red Hot that I like. I'd always bring my own.
Right.
Even back then. And she was like a great owner because she'd walk around from table to table and say hi to people. And that's actually how we met. And then I had her on my radio show several times. This is before TV was even invented. And she went on to build an empire. She had her line at Bed Bath & Beyond. She had cookbooks, magazine, the housewares, the TV show. And the interesting thing about the TV show is that, first of all, me and my ex-husband became, well, and then he was invited along. Me and Barbara became friendly enough that she and Dan, Dan, that was her husband of like 25, 28 years. We became friends enough, the four of us had a dinner at their fabulous penthouse apartment overlooking Central Park, and they had not one but two. They bought two, and they crashed down the wall to make it one gigantic Nortman.
I love that.
Nortman.
That's
Let me tell you something. This is the first time I ever felt suede. What do you call it on the wall?
Like a
wallpaper.
Yeah.
Oh, it was better than wallpaper.
Right.
Okay. Let me tell you, this place was class. I guess Dan still lives there, but class from head to toe. It smelled good. It was gigantic. She did all the cooking prior, but it seemed effortless. We had order. Me and Bad Kevin, we were there for like, we were there for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Just the four of us, just talking smack and having a good old time. She had so many pictures. I'm like, who does this? You know? And she was like, no, we have somebody, you know, to come in and dust and so on and so forth. This is before the Alzheimer's was part of the onset. And then when I gave birth to my son that night in Philadelphia, and I had had two 5-month miscarriages. Big Kev was over there in the chair sleeping, as if he did all the work, okay? He's over there sleeping and snoring, and I'm holding on to the baby because I'm scared of Nurse Ratched. You know, like, you're not gonna take my baby, right? I'm looking at the baby all night. The baby is sleeping, he's sleeping, Kev's sleeping, I'm wide awake. And there was a B. Smith marathon on TV, and it kept me up all night. I will never forget that time because I was able to grab my credit card and actually order something that she was talking about. Yeah, a dip bowl, which I still have. But anyway, and then Dan went on to fall for another woman who I understand he's still not with right now, but he went on to fall for another woman while Barbara was in the serious onset of Alzheimer's. She was living in the fabulous mansion in the sky, and he was still living there, but he moved the other woman in. And that's where people were, well, I mean, I think we talked about this on Hot Topics, and I couldn't understand it at that time, but now with Barbara gone, I heard Dan say something this morning that really kind of resonated. I'm not saying it's right, but he said, love is like a diamond. There are many facets. So was he right to have this woman move into the house? I'm not sure. Was he right to be bringing her out? Because I had seen both Dan and Barbara, not the woman, out publicly since the onset of the Alzheimer's, came on. And I felt kind of uncomfortable, like, what is he doing? Is this a parade? Like, what are you doing? Anyway, Dan, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to Barbara. Barbara, rest in peace. Suzanne, love has many facets.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense to me. Like, you will never fall in love the same way once you've been with somebody for 20-something years. It's a different kind of love.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean it's not authentic.
Exactly.
But doesn't mean it should be moved in.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Boofy! Boofy! Oh, Boofy! Where's your crown? There, put it on. Put it on. It doesn't fit?
It's too small.
No, that looks good, Boof. Happy birthday, Boof.
Thank you.
Birthday, Boof. I don't want to be selfish with your birthday time, birthday time. But if you've got a moment, after the show, I want to take you someplace.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Are you working tonight?
Yes.
Do you have a date?
No.
Do you have a moment, maybe an hour after the show?
For you, yes.
I'll make it worth your while, Boof. I always do. By the way, Boof, congratulations on your windfall.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Boof called me over the weekend, and he told me, I'm not gonna say how much, but Boof caught a bag in Vegas. That's it for Hot Topics. Keep clapping. Ow, 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 ow. Up next, celebrity lookalikes. So grab a snack and come on back.